Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Indiana Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us this evening. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists can't see or hear you. This is one of other sessions that you can find. If you can sign up for additional ones where you sign up for this one. And this presentation is being recorded. It'll be available within about a week at the website strivescan.com/Indiana. I've gotten the housekeeping stuff out of the way, so I will step out of the way and turn it over to our first presenter from the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy in St. Louis.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan Lehrer. I am the admission counselor that works with all of the students out of the state of Indiana from the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy. We are a little bit of a mouthful, so we can go by UHSP. But as mentioned, we are located in St. Louis, Missouri. A little bit about us. We're a small school, so we have a little over 1,000 students, but even though we're small, we come from all over. So we do have a class that's represented with 28 different states and 22 different countries. And our student to faculty ratio is about 10 students to 1 professor. We did recently go through a name change in October. So you may know us as St. Louis College of Pharmacy. So over 150 years, we were specifically a pharmacy school. We've done it well. That's what we do best. We work with students who are going into healthcare and those preparing students to go into healthcare as professionals. But as the name suggests, we did add some other undergraduate majors outside of just pharmacy, but they're all in relation to healthcare in some way, shape, or form. So we do have 6 different undergraduate majors, 3 pharmacy pathways, 2 grad programs, and then 4 advanced opportunities, or what I call plus partnerships. But the cool thing about us, or one of the best parts about us, is our location, which is in the heart of St. Louis, but it's right next door to Washington University's medical school, which WashU is ranked the 6th best medical school in the United States. And we also have a lot of different top-ranked hospitals and medical institutions. So you're kind of right in the heart of this little medical community, which makes it really great for students who are obviously wanting to go into medicine in some way. So this is just a quick map to kind of show you where we're located and kind of how the medical facilities do surround us. So as we're small in number, we're also small in size of buildings. So we do have 5 buildings here that you can see. And then all of this stuff around us is either a part of WashU's medical school or Barnes Jewish Hospital, which is a really highly ranked hospital facility too. So healthcare in general is a really great place to go into. So there's supposed to be 2.4 million job opportunities by 2029. So I think the pandemic is kind of a good example for that. What you need most in life most of the time is those who work in healthcare. So you definitely are going to be able to have job security, which is always important. But these different categories just kind of show you a tip of the iceberg of what some of our degrees can offer you for a career path. So basically anything you're wanting to do within healthcare, we're going to have a program for you to do. So this is our College of Arts and Sciences, which houses our undergraduate degrees. Global health is kind of what's going on right now. So if you want to work in CDC, WHO, policies, regulations, all of that kinds of stuff does fall under that global health bachelor's degree. We also have medical humanities, which is a good kind of umbrella degree, as I like to call it. It kind of just fits over anything that you would want to do within healthcare, more on the liberal arts side. So maybe you want to get in healthcare, but not necessarily for the math and science portion of it. So medical humanities is good for that. You can do healthcare communication, hospital administration, any type of health psychology, those sorts of things. Biomedical sciences is your quote unquote pre-med degree. So anything you're wanting to do at a professional level, grad school, medical school, any of those. The nursing program is a partnership that we have with the Goldfarb School of Nursing, which was created by Barnes-Jewish Hospital. And you do 2 years with us, get your prerequisites, and then 2 years at Goldfarb. So 4 year of a bachelor's of science in nursing, but you can live in our campus housing the whole time because Goldfarb doesn't have that. And then pharmaceutical chemistry and pharmaceutical science, both are pharmaceutical programs, but just a little bit of a difference when it comes to courses. And then we have of course, our College of Pharmacy. The 6 year and 7 year programs are those that are wanting to option for out of high school. 4 year is just those who have already completed prerequisites. And so the 6 year and the 7 year, the only difference is that the 7 year is a bachelor's degree as well as that PharmD degree. And then we have, of course, the list of graduate and advanced opportunities. So we do have 2 master's programs that do tie into our undergrad degrees, and then a dental medicine program, and then occupational therapy and physical therapy, which are both partnerships with Washington University's med school. Of course, academics are important, but you have to love the school that you're at. So we do have a lot of different athletic programs. We're NAIA Division I, so we do offer scholarships. We have close to 70 different student organizations, over 10 intramural and club sports, a lot of performing arts opportunities, and we are pretty heavy in community service as well. We are a holistic view process for both scholarships and application purposes. And so we don't have any fees, test optional, of course, and then everything is through an electronic service. We do accept Common App, and then you can see the priority deadlines for both early decision and early action. And then for regular decision, after regular decision, we still are on a rolling basis. So we will still work with you and be flexible. I definitely encourage students, I know now is weird, but we are allowing on-campus visits, but we have a lot of different virtual opportunities for students to do if you are interested in visiting campus. But there's my contact information. So if you have any questions, like I said, I work with all students out of Indiana, and you can contact me. I'm happy to help any way that I can. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you very much. And if you have questions for any of our presenters, just use the Q&A button. You can ask that question at any time. And if it is for a specific presenter, just make sure, or for a specific school, just name the school in your question so they know it's for them. Up next, we'll hear from the representative from Lakeview College of Nursing.
Hi, everyone. 1 second and I'll share my screen. So I'm Nigel Gibbons. I'm the representative from Lakeview College of Nursing. So Lakeview College of Nursing is a standalone nursing program centrally located in Illinois. So our students are all transfer students trying to finish their junior and senior year of college. We are in Illinois, 1 campus in Danville, Illinois. That's about 2.5 hours from Indianapolis. The other campus is in Charleston, Illinois, and that's about, Danville is about 1.5, Charleston is about just at 2 hours from Indianapolis. And Charleston is also about 2.5 hours from St. Louis, and Danville about 2.5 hours from Chicago. We do not have a out-of-state tuition. All tuition is the same. Our first time pass rate for NCLEX takers, which is the state board, is 95% for 2020, and about 91% of our qualified applicants are admitted into our program. Both of our campuses are in person, so our students are actively coming to labs, lectures, and clinical rotations. So for clinicals, our students are going to different medical facilities in the surrounding counties. So they can practice med surgical skills, OBGYN, they can actually be on the floor and work with patients. We do have several scholarship opportunities. 2 very specific transfer scholarships are merit-based and our need-based scholarships. Each of those is worth $20,000. We also offer Phi Theta Kappa honors scholarships, and we also have $4,000 scholarship to high school seniors. Now, for that specific scholarships, you do have to live in certain counties in Indiana and Illinois, but that is an option as well for seniors. We don't look at anything that you're doing in high school, so that scholarship will take in effect once you've actually been admitted into our program for your junior year in college. Tuition's about $27,000, but we offer a lot of financial aid. So about 84% of our students do receive some type of financial aid, whether it's loans, scholarships, or private scholarships as well. So for our admissions requirements, our students do not have to have any licensure before they come into the program, but we do have tracks for licensed practical nurses, LPNs, and RNs as well. Our students complete their first 60 credit hours of general education and prereq courses at other regionally accredited colleges or community colleges, and then they come to us and graduate with that Bachelor's of Science degree in nursing, and then they take the boards to get their RN license. Our students are extremely recruited for hospitals and other medical facilities because they have both their Bachelor's of Science degree and their RN license. Most hospitals are going magnet status now, which means the hospital gets more money when the majority of their nurses do have that Bachelor's of Science degree. This is an example of a transfer guide of what we're looking for in our students. So our students have to complete English composition 1 and 2, speech, anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, chemistry 1 and 2, microbiology, statistics, and then several other courses to meet those regular general education requirements as well, along with nutrition and medical terminology. My job as the admissions recruiter is to work with you your freshman and sophomore year of college to make sure that you're taking the right courses, and so that when you do transfer, that you'll be a strong candidate. Nursing school, wherever you go, is going to be extremely difficult to get into and very competitive. But my job is really to make sure that my students are where they need to be so that when they start the application process, it's very smooth. We do have 2 application deadlines. So for fall deadlines, our application deadline is April 1st, and for spring, it's September 1st. Our students apply the semester before they plan to attend, and then in the meantime, once they've been accepted, they have that remaining semester to finish up any prereq courses. We are in person, so if you are interested, feel free to come to campus. We offer private tours, and virtual meetings as well. Again, all we do at Lakeview is nursing, so we are a standalone nursing program. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at admissions@lakeviewcol.edu, and you can always visit our website, lakeviewcol.edu, and check out our YouTube page. Thank you all so much, and have a great day.
Thank you very much. And again, I will remind everyone, use the Q&A button on your screen to ask questions of our presenters at any time. If it's for a specific school, just make sure to name the school in your question. Up next, we'll hear from the Indiana Army National Guard. Actually, we seem to have lost the Indiana Army National Guard. Has dropped out, so we'll come back to them. Let's go to Valparaiso University.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going, guys?
Give me 1 second to share my screen. All right. Well, welcome. My name is Emily Brighton, not Lindsay Hillsland, as you see on my little Zoom name tag. I'm just filling in for her, and I am one of the undergraduate admission counselors at Valparaiso University.
And I'm Ed Kelleher, one of the admission counselors from Valpo as well. Welcome, guys.
Sorry, Ed, go ahead.
That's all right. Move this right over here. So yeah, here out at Valpo, guys, we've been here for quite a while, founded in 1859. We're actually sitting right now on almost 350 acres. We acquired an extra 30 from the old Porter County hospital property. So we're at about 350 acres total. We are an independent Lutheran institution, so we have representation from both the ELCA and Missouri Synod on campus. But however, guys, we do have students that come in from all over the world, so we respect everyone's culture and faith, whatever that may be. We have about 3,200 students on the undergraduate side. And traditions, guys, we've got all kinds of things on campus, everything from athletics to the chapel, all kinds of good stuff on campus. So definitely check us out. Lots of different things to choose from and be involved with.
If you're not familiar where Valparaiso University is located, we are right up at the very top of Northwest Indiana. So if you can kind of imagine the very bottom of Lake Michigan, we're about 15 minutes straight south. So a little bit about the city of Valparaiso. It's a really great community for our students to be a part of. We are a slightly smaller university, but that does not mean that there is a lack of things to do for students. The city of Valpo has around 33,000 residents, and really any excuse that the city has to throw a party, we take them up on it. So we have a lot of really cool things like the Popcorn Festival. Orville Redenbacher Popcorn was founded here, so that's a really cool street fair day. We have a wonderful Central Park Plaza that's pictured here, where there is ice skating in the winter, a ton of different food truck festivals, farmers markets, fun things for students to get involved in. If you're a very nature-loving person, we also have the Indiana Dunes National Park, again, just 15 minutes straight north of us, which is a really great opportunity for students to either hang out on the beach, go for a swim in Lake Michigan, or hike around on the trails. Another really great thing about the city of Valpo is we have amazing public transportation. So for students who decide to not bring a car to campus, we do have that option for you. We have a great on-campus shuttle as well as a community shuttle that is free for students. And of course, we are located an hour from the city of Chicago. So if big city life is your thing, it is right in our backyard.
So we have 5 academic colleges, guys. We have the Colleges of Arts and Sciences, the College of Business, Nursing, Engineering, and then Christ College is our honors college. And that is one of the oldest honors colleges in the United States at about year 54, year 55 for our honors college. The academic and support and services that we have on campus, our Career Center, Math Center, Language Center are just some of the few. And you'll see a lot of these when you come out on campus for the tour. Guys, I tell you what, I used to say these services were free, but in reality, they're actually included in your cost of attendance when you come to Valpo. So at the end of the day, they're part of your package. So be sure to use them for all they're worth. The Career Center, your cover letter and resume, they help you with those when you're here. Anything that you're having problems with, maybe it's math or language, typical hangups, we have you covered there. And then from the Counseling Center to the Writing Center, again, all these resource centers are here at your disposal. And I can tell you as a alum from Valpo, the more of these things that you use, the better your path will become.
Important to note, it is also very easy to apply to Valpo. We don't have a slide on that, so I wanted to throw that in there quick. We do have a free application. We also accept the Common App. So once it becomes time around August, September, it's a very easy process, completing one of those free applications. We are test optional both this year and next year. So really all you need if you can't get that test or don't feel comfortable submitting those scores would be an official high school transcript and any supplemental materials like letters of recommendation or personal statements would be great. And
no application fee.
Yes, which is awesome.
Yep.
So one word, well, actually 2 words, student involvement. Involvement is huge at Valpo.
Yeah.
That is kind of the standard for our Valpo students is to be really involved. We have over 100 groups on campus for you to be a part of, as well as fraternity and sorority life. So again, another really great thing that makes Valpo feel a little bit like a bigger school. Our University Programming Council also holds some really cool events on campus. Probably the most notable would be the Valpo Vibes concert. They've had people like Panic at the Disco, AJR, John Bellion perform. So they're kind of in charge of those really neat large scale events on campus. We do have Division I athletics, which we'll talk about in a second. But if you don't want to compete at that level, we also do have a number of intramural and club sports teams as well. And of course, you can't leave out the Office of Multicultural Programs and our study abroad programs. Like Ed said, we really cater to every type of student, and we want to make sure that people from all different ethnicities, backgrounds, locations feel right at home here on campus. Diversity and celebrating what makes students different is a really big part of who we are as the Valpo community. So that's definitely something that we encourage you to get involved in, especially with study abroad. We really want to make that happen for any student, regardless of major, if possible. We'll really work hard on that for you guys.
And kind of piggybacking off what Emily just said, what's really cool about Valpo, guys, athletics and music, they're just as big. So we're showing here all of our Division I sports. Being a D1 school, the men's basketball team plays on ESPN3, but we also have intramural sports. We even have a Frisbee club. We've got the club sports. But then on the music side, we also have what's called the VUCA, the Valparaiso University Center for Arts. That houses all of our music, theater, and art gallery. So on both sides of the fence, lots of stuff to get involved in, lots of stuff to go to for free. So definitely be sure to soak up all this stuff on campus, not just with involvement, but also catch that free stuff too while you can.
All right, and I think, is that time for us?
Yes,
Yeah, if you want to wrap up with a quick thought to end your presentation, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Ed, do you want to go ahead?
Sure. You know what, guys? At the end of the day, we have given you a presentation here, but I want you to come see it for yourself. You can come on campus to take a tour. We also have the virtual Valpo visit if right now you can't do that. But either way, come and see us, experience more about Valpo, because that's the way you're going to find out if this is a school that's right for you.
Thank you very much. And I'll invite any of our attendees to ask questions using the Q&A button of any of our presenters. And if it's for a specific school, just make sure to name the school in your question. Up next, we will hear from the Indiana Army National Guard.
All right, good afternoon, guys. My name is First Sergeant Yates. I'm here with Second Lieutenant Aaron Riviere. He's our Executive Officer for Recruiting Battalion for the state of Indiana. And I am the First Sergeant that oversees the company of recruiters for the northern part of Indiana. The Indiana Army National Guard is a state organization. We are headed up by the Adjutant General of the state of Indiana. He is also a cabinet member appointed by the governor of the state of Indiana. The National Guard, to give you a little background, we have a state and federal mission. So the Indiana governor can activate the National Guard to help with floods, tornadoes, snowstorms, any type of crisis that our communities come in. They can request help from the National Guard, and our local citizens will stand up and help out those citizens. The presidents can also activate the National Guard in support of missions overseas and stateside. As a state agency, we have 11,000 employees in the state of Indiana. That covers actual Army National Guard soldiers, our DoD civilians, our state civilians, contractors, and so forth that work for the Indiana Army National Guard. That comes with a $300 million payroll that the Indiana National Guard pumps into the Indiana economy every year. We are also 98% federally funded. So what that means is we are actually a net gain to the state of Indiana. So your Army National Guard for the state of Indiana does not cost Hoosiers anything. We have over 110 or 100 different jobs, which are called MOSs, as you'll hear most military people say. Everything from doctors, PAs, nurses, medics, petroleum specialists. We have helicopter pilots. One exciting thing Indiana just got is we have a cyber academy a little bit south of Indianapolis that is headed up with Ivy Tech. And that is a one-year program that you can sign up for being a member of the Army National Guard that we pay for. And you can get your degree through Ivy Tech for a cybersecurity degree partnered with the Army National Guard. We also have engineering, anything from plumbers, carpentry, equipment operators, geospatial engineers, field artillery, pilots, you name it, we got it.
All right, enlist, enroll, employ. This is something that the National Guard is making itself known with. We're looking for those people who aren't sure what they want to do, or maybe finances aren't allowing them to be able to do what they know they want to do. They come to the National Guard, and through our benefits, which we'll touch into in a few slides here, we really open up all doors down that hallway of life and really help get people on the path that they want to go to and be able to do what they want to do. Because, you know, what you put into life is what you get out of it. So using high schools or sometimes even things like this, like college fair, we just throw ourselves out there, especially for any of the students who are wanting to go to these schools that were just previously talking here and they're not able to. Well, we got a path for you. You come to us, we can get you into them, no problem with our benefits. So as you can see, you know, we help them get through college there, and then we put you on the path to employment after that. So if you have a specific degree you're trying to get, you know, you want to be anything in the health field, a nurse, or you want to be a doctor, or you want to go engineering, through our benefits, we're able to help you out and get you set up for that.
So what are our education benefits encompass? So we offer federal tuition assistance that's up to $4,500 per fiscal year towards certificate, associates, and bachelor's degrees, up to 130 credits. We also offer a National Guard supplemental grant, which is basically a scholarship through the state of Indiana. That scholarship is funded every year by the state or the representatives of the state. It has never not been funded in the last 15 years. And basically what that does is, if you're doing the math, 16 credits in a year is only going to get you halfway through that semester. So what the state of Indiana does for our guardsmen is they throw in that scholarship, and that will cover the second 15 to 16 credits for that second semester. So we truly do pay 100% of your tuition for that entire year of school each year. We also have the Montgomery Gi Bill. So this is also offered to guard soldiers, which comes tax-free directly to the soldier every month at $392, up to 36 months, which is obviously 4 years of school if you don't go during the summers. College credit for your military training. We have many jobs that soldiers come back and when they enroll in school, a lot of schools are giving them 15 up to 30 credits depending on the job they took. Some of our military intelligence, cyber people, communications, they come back with quite a few more. But basically most soldiers, many MOSs come through with at least 15 college credits. So that's one thing we like to let students know is that if your training is going to take you past that first semester you're planning on going, you still will arrive back with the same amount of credits of those students that attended. So you would still be on track to graduate on track with your peers. To follow in with the educational benefits, again, we have the average cost of college. This is for the state. I will throw in there, we do have the Minuteman Scholarship that does pay for private schools. That will pay for VU's tuition. We'll pay for Notre Dame's tuition. We'll pay for Butler's tuition. That is a scholarship you have to apply for, though. That is not guaranteed to everybody. So that would be a high school senior targeted scholarship where we would get with you and we would submit a packet on you to see if you would be eligible for that. And again, the slide speaks for itself. So most of the Indiana Guard soldiers are able to go to school for 4 years, collect a bachelor's degree, graduate debt-free with 0 student loans. And the biggest thing they get out of that at 22 with a bachelor's degree, they also have 4 years of experience in the Indiana Army National Guard, some of which make the rank of sergeant and are actually in charge of people. So you're bringing leadership experience to that future employer as well. Soldier benefits, Indiana Army National Guardsmen are paid monthly. They start out at about $200 to $260 for their Saturday and Sunday. That's 1 week in a month. We offer low-cost dental insurance, health insurance, retirement savings plan. But at the end of the day, I think we'd all agree, becoming a soldier is challenging, but we can guarantee it's going to make you a better person and make you a better member of society. So again, if you guys have any questions, my name is First Sergeant Yates out of Maryville, Indiana here. We have over 90 offices across the state, so feel free to contact us anytime. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to invite each of our representatives to come back on camera and turn on their mics so that we can do a quick little round robin Q&A. We have a little extra time, so I want to take advantage of that and do some value-added stuff, if you will, and I get to play talk show host. So we'll just have you go round robin in the same order that you presented. And the first question I'm sharing on the screen, which is what advice you would give to someone going through the college search process right now? We'll start with the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy in St. Louis.
Yeah, I think my biggest piece of advice, and I know right now is weird and kind of hard for students to do this, but is really just visiting campus in any way that they can. You can sit and listen to a lot of presentations, but I think it really is how you feel on campus is when you kind of find your home away from home. So even if that is having to do it through virtually, just being able to experience that whatever way you can is probably my number one piece. So.
Lakeview College of Nursing.
I would tell students to ask questions specifically for nursing programs. Ask what are the likelihood of you getting into the school of your choice or to your specific nursing program. At Lakeview, we typically don't have to wait list, but a lot of schools do. So ask them those questions. Ask the likelihood of you being able to take those required courses before you get into your major so that you won't be delayed in graduation.
Valparaiso University.
It's about visiting campus, either being there in person or virtually. We've just added virtual information sessions. We do those in person as well. So we've got lots of ways for you guys to engage us. And that is kind of the key word, engagement. Obviously, if you can put feet on the ground on campus, that's fantastic. But if not, we're coming up with some innovative ways that you can, find out what we're all about. So definitely continue to explore, guys. That's part of the process.
Indiana Army National Guard.
I'm going to let my recent Purdue graduate engineer here answer that question.
Yeah, so like First Sergeant H was saying, I graduated last May. Got hit with changing up how college was with COVID at the end there. But I mean, for me, it was just knowing my options going in and making sure I had done my research to actually see what was out there. Like you guys were saying, visit the campus anyway. It's possible because college is a little scary, but once you get there, you know, it's not that bad after that. And you know, you start to feel a little bit at home and you get used to it. But it just comes down to knowing what's out there and knowing what you really want to do.
Thank you for that. This is great information for everyone, and it's not just for those who are attending this session right now live, but also those who will be accessing this recording in the next few weeks. So the next question I'll ask is a little more fun. The other one was kind of an eat your vegetables question. This is more fun, and this is, what's your favorite event or tradition on campus? We'll start with the University of Health Services, or University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy in St. Louis.
It's kind of a mouthful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my favorite, and every time I share this with families and students, I always get weird looks. But it's the watermelon bash, and it is what it sounds like. Students, they put a tarp down in the middle of quad and get a ton of watermelons and like one of those big carnival hammers, and they let students just like bash watermelons all over the place. It kind of is a good stress reliever and a way to have fun and just be like really different. So that's my favorite, and I think one of probably the favorite of the students as well.
Lakeview College of Nursing.
My favorite event on campus is Triage Day. So it's actually a day for our seniors. They walk in and they don't know what's going on. They actually walk into the skills lab. Our underclassmen, our juniors participate, our faculty and staff. Basically, they have to embrace any given idea. I think last semester it may have been, or tornado had touched down. So they used all of our simulators, all of our mannequins, costume, makeup for wound care, things like that, our childbirth simulator to basically triage the area, basically a real life disaster. So we do that every year just to have them practice whatever they've learned for the last 2 years and do everything on the spot. But it's really great to see our students have fun with it, using their acting capabilities for the patients. But it's really a great learning exercise too.
Valparaiso.
Yeah, so I would say one of the coolest events on campus here, I did mention Valpo Vibes earlier, but another one of our larger scale events is called the World Banquet. Unfortunately, I have never been able to go, but it is the talk of the university around that time. So our Office of Multicultural Programs puts that on with some of our international students, and the students, essentially, it's exactly as it sounds, have wonderful worldly cuisine. They will dress in traditional costumes from, their home countries or their home cultures, music, dancing, a lot of live entertainment. So it's a really fun way to kind of celebrate diversity on campus.
And Indiana Army National Guard.
So obviously, we're not a college in ourselves, but I would say the first 10 weeks of joining the Army National Guard in basic training is probably going to be the most life-altering event you'll have. So we'll say basic training.
Makes sense. One last question we'll have, and we'll again, same order of response, but an interesting or fun fact about your school. And I'll say it right this time, University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy in St. Louis.
Yeah, the fun fact, I guess, is kind of common knowledge if you're into pharmacy, but we are actually the oldest pharmacy school on the west side of the Mississippi. So,
Lakeview College of Nursing.
A fun fact about Lakeview is that we have been around since 1894. So we're over 125 years old. When you walk through our Danville campus, you can see some of the old instruments that the nurses used to use, some of their old uniforms. We have a picture of all of our graduating classes. So we have a lot of history here within our program. And what's cool is that back in the day, our nurses actually lived at the hospital.
Valparaiso University.
Our interesting factoid, guys, we have the largest collegiate chapel in the entire United States and the second largest in the world. Definitely worth coming to check out when you're on campus.
And last but not least, the Indiana Army National Guard.
So fun fact about the Indiana Army National Guard, the National Guard as a whole is your guys' oldest military branch in the United States. We started December 13th of 1636. So we actually are about 150 years older than the United States Army. And we have taken part in every major conflict that the United States has had since that time.
That is old. Well, I want to thank everyone for sharing the fun facts and the advice and all of the information about each of your institutions. I want to thank everyone for joining us for this session tonight. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings from this event at strivescan.com/Indiana. Once again, I want to thank each of our representatives for joining us and presenting during the session. Thank you very much. And I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday evening. Take care.
Thanks.